Hello folks and welcome back to Chaos Gate Daemonhunters. Last time we closed a Morbus Gate, or stopped a Morbus Gate from opening at least. Unfortunately, McSky and Trotosi got wounded. In Trotosi's case, actually quite unfortunately badly. What is your max HP normally? 28, so 22, that's not too bad. You're both on 22 HP. You know what, that's not that bad. If I need to break you into combat, it is worth it. Right. But let those 5 days pass, because there's stuff to do there, but I can never get to any of them on time. We will head back somewhere central on the off chance that it's relevant, but 5 days until the purgation ritual is complete, so... Let's see. What is the purgation? Is it here, do the end game? Or is it... You can now do the endgame at the time of your choosing. Warp Storm Disturbance, I don't care. Enhanced Stellar Field. Enhanced Stellar Field is actually a huge thing. It's massive. Oop. Death Guard encountered. Hull Integrity is 4 out of 5, so we open fire no matter what happens, I think.
Death Guard plague ship detected.
It is closing in fast, Commander.
Warning. Corrupting pustules located on the ship's surface. Close quarters combat presents extreme risk.
Commander, we should launch a strike force to attack the ship from within.
Requires Bloom Excision. I don't have whatever that is? Open fire at a distance.
Opening fire.
We outmatch them and just kill them outright, get some more position. Beautiful. One day. Here goes.
The edict writhes beneath this pressure. We cannot hold.
We must. The ritual is nearly complete.
Embrace the grandfather's wisdom, Carver. You see it? We are one.
And so forever we shall remain. Cadex Ilkarian of Systemonius, I give myself to you willingly. Take my spirit.
Vertier!
No more stratagems, I guess.
You were right to doubt me, Hector. A demon's essence cannot be tracked past the veil, but mine is now bound to his. I will blaze a path for you to follow.
You sacrifice yourself. You are doomed to an eternity of torment.
I doomed myself the moment I set foot on this ship. Now, the Grandfather calls. I must answer. I am his.
I guess it's forced end of the game then. Or you're not allowed to research anymore, at least. Her rosette. Her inquisitorial rosette. Yep, his storm. Is his storm bolter clipping through it? Yes, it is.
What strength.
Follow me, Hector. To the garden.
I hear you.
We gotta go purge her now. I wonder how many. Please let us take more than 4 nights. It would be so cool if you could take more than 4 nights. The entire strike fleet is going to be there.
The Brother Purifier has begun transmitting a signal to our astropaths. We must follow it at once.
Right. There's no waiting for it. Unfortunately, Satoshi and Orcs guy will be wounded for this. I'll probably still take them in, though. It's that beneficial. This is going to be interesting, because we get to see the inside of the warp. I think I mentioned it in a previous video, either in this or in a previous WH40K series. I never think that depicting the inside of the warp in any media other than literature is valid or useful, because the whole point of the warp is it doesn't work. Like, your brain can't perceive it properly. And at least in words you can explain that, but if you have to render it visually, it makes it a bit messy. Anyway, Inquisitor Vakir has sacrificed herself and bound her spirit to Kadex in the purgation ritual. Mother Ekton is now psychically tracking what remains of her spirit as it returns to Nurgle's garden. We will pursue this signal into the depths of hell to find Kaldor Drago and hopefully destroy the roots of the bloom. I wonder if this is a situation... Oh, is time passing? I was hoping time was passing. No. It was 5 days until the purgation ritual started, and I was wounded for 10 days, so...
Commander, we have pursued this signal for weeks.
According to the time that
The
this
edict
happened.
strains, but the Brother Purifier appears far worse. The Edict's warp drives have completely stalled.
It is no matter. Our journey is at an end.
Data insufficient. Have we reached the garden?
No, but we are met by its gatekeeper.
What do you see?
We are drawn into the orbit of a transient domain. It radiates with the energy of a prime seed.
Credibility dubious.
There is little sense within the realms of chaos.
2 Reapers of the Bloom remained free of our pursuit. Why risk one against us now?
Kadex must have reached his master and given warning. They delay us to pursue more valuable prey.
Drago.
Commander, it is time to prove ourselves worthy of our name.
I was wondering if you're going to face the other 2 Reapers, or if every playthrough you only ever face 3, and you have to decide which 3 you fight. Commander, we believe you've reached Nurgle's garden, but it appears the domain of Cruciatus, one of the 2 remaining Reapers of the Bloom, has locked the Baleful Edict into its cursed orbit. We must end the squad to fight the Reaper and destroy it so we can pass into Nurgle's... Yeah, so we're fighting the Dolorous Curse one.
Analysis. We face the Reaper of the Dolorous strain. A corrupted Imperial...
Oh, everyone is healed back to full.
Of pain and
I think.
agony. This corrupted soul was noble once. Perhaps we can exploit his human weaknesses.
Yeah, everyone's back to full. I guess weeks have passed. They do that specifically so that you can go ahead and... Now, do I want to bring in Oni for this? Rather than Malachi? Yes, I do. You have to be a little bit more judicious with the applications of willpower. Oops, hang on, sorry. Ah, no. What? This is an unfortunate time. 1 second, help. Right, sorry about that. Let's have a quick check on what you need to do here. Mainly is the Gate of Empyrean, I think, is the main thing we're dealing with here. Possibly, and the Gate of Infinity. The Gate of Infinity. And again, you're a second tank. But do I want to bring you here, or is it more worthwhile for me to have Malachi now? Now that I've said this, I'm not entirely sure. Now that I've said this, I don't know. Let's see. Let's go back. I'm assuming we're doing this. I'm assuming that this is the loadout we're going to go for. So you have Furos's Law. because you got Furious' Law with an 80% crazed chance. You have... Your warding staff is Fortitude. It gives you some crit chance, and the Aegis reaction. Your Aegis ability gives you, what, 5 armor? Armor type, Terminator armor. Aren't you using Mantle of the Elect at some point? Where's Mantle of the Elect? Mantle of the Elect. Who is using this right now? Tritosi. Keeper of the Faith. Morton's not fine. Power in Faith. Currently, Beric is using Power in Faith. So if we, as we go at the moment, your teleport boost would be guaranteed. Your Aegis reaction would be 75%. However, if I swap you back to Hot Rod of Heracus, equip that, upgrade that, 100% chance. You lose the resistance and a little bit of damage, but you have a guaranteed chance of creating 6 armor at the end of your turn. So at the enemy turn, you will always be at 8 armor, which now means I can give you something along the lines of Scholar's Devotion, which is going to give you a bunch of extra willpower and additional armor as well. So you're actually going to be at 11 armor, always. Always at 10 armor. You'll always be at 10 armor at the enemy's turn. And you have 18 will points. You're immune to drained. Your war gear is the nullifier matrix. I think this is it. So the Reaper is a corrupted Imperial Knight. A corrupted Imperial Knight. I wonder what that means. Stratagems again. I don't think we'll ever get stratagems again, which is weird. Which is an odd situation, because the stratagems are all powers that come from Vakir, which is weird because these are all quite clearly Grey Knight powers. Anyway, let's get in there and find out. Cruciatus the something or other. Well, I don't know what his epithet is. But yeah, that's definitely an Imperial Knight, which means you're going to be massive. The Generous.
I sense a putrid decay in the warp. Knights of Titan! I, Cruciatus, am known to my cohort as the Generous. For it is through my will that the healing gift of pain should be shared in the Grandfather's name.
Can we go as crazy as we did with the previous one?
Go, is it not?
Brothers, do not deign to answer his blasphemy. Our duty is not to bandy in words.
Will you not parley? Introduce yourselves.
Knight classification. Desecrator. Its firepower is beyond.
Beyond our capabilities, Commander. I recommend we reconsider our approach and...
Retreat? I thought your type knew no fear. An empty platitude, it would seem.
Warp surge. Interferences.
Retreat would be dishonorable. Besides, I have long awaited the day when I might truly be challenged.
Okay. What a nice number of HP he has. Let's see what shenanigans I can do with you. Technically I can't see you right now. How far could I teleport? Close enough. do I just go straight in? Do I just go straight in? Yeah, we go straight in.
Unseen parts.
Aha, void shield. I see it. A lot of armor. You have a lot of armor. Okay, let's look around. Okay, active abilities. You shoot at cover, just blocking his view of targets. Knockback. Laser destructor cover shot. Heavy stubber cover shot. Thunder strike grab. Grabs a knight. Next turn smashes them down, dealing 3 damage. Okay, that's fine. Then phase 2 is critically wounding him instantly. That's not good. The Titanic Stomp is a blast within area 4. It inflicts hobbled 100% of the time. Knockback, okay. You're immune to blaze. You cannot be panicked, dominated, crazed. You can be blinded. You can be blinded and you can be weakened. Keep the challenge. When hit, Cruciatus will become enraged and focus on destroying his attacker on the next turn. And you automatically do a Titanic Stomp. On what, I wonder? There's a Destructor, Heavy Stubber. 4 damage, 8 damage. Okay, I'm intrigued. Right, it begins. So,
What is your will?
let's see. When shot, moves to grab the shooter. Can you be disrupted, by the way? You can be disrupted. There you go. That's our first ability here. No. Our first ability here is to shoot you with a disrupt shot.
As you command.
There you go. No autos for you anymore.
The foe bleeds.
Enough of that. Right. Okay. So no more of your auto abilities. None of your autos are going to trigger anymore. Heed the Challenge doesn't trigger anymore. Titanic Stomp doesn't trigger anymore. For a turn, anyway. Now, what can we get with Astral Aim? Might as well start showing through his armor anyway, because we need to do that. Critical vulnerability increased. Inflicts hobbled for a turn. That's my choice. Okay, and we get to shoot again, I think. Are you demonic or are you mechanical? You're mechanical, okay. So if I shoot you again, limb destroyed.
The enemy is wounded.
Right.
What is your will? Yes, Commander.
Only? You don't do much damage, do you? No. If I do the Vortex of Doom, unfortunately I don't actually have the disabled range from mechanical targets. And you can be disabled. We can disable your ranged weapons for a turn, for 2 turns in fact, if I do that. For 8 damage, for 3 willpower, disable your ranged attacks for 2 turns to mechanical targets, no stun. Fine, you can't be stunned anyway. Vortex of Doom. Disabled ranged. Now, if I shot that, that would do 4 damage to you, which frankly would be... And again? I was gonna say, do I want to wait for something else here? Okay, I'm gonna leave you up available. Okay, you're gonna warp speed biomancy on Tritosi. Oh, you didn't get your action point back. It's only 85% chance. Damn! That's annoying. Okay. That's currently 80% crit on, not even on the 4th strike. On a regular hits 80% crit. Oh, Farky, can you move to this side and get a hit there? Okay, we can. I mean, it's gonna waste some 4 strikes with extra damage from the 4th strike, and it's gonna be a guaranteed 19 damage. hobbled you for a turn. Stunned, higher target points exposed. He's kneeling, the critical hit is much improved. Oh, okay then, that's fine. Disabled radio weapons for 2 turns. And 4 strike again.
Blasted curse of a face.
Hello.
There. It would have been unseemly to have defeated you half-blind.
I'm sure you had more action points after that. Okay, so you're disrupted, you have no autos for a turn, you're hobbled for a bit. You can't use your ranged weapons for a turn. You have what, 1 action point? No, you haven't. Yeah, we're gonna stop that warp surge from happening. Stop the warp surge from happening. At which point, you're not actually mutated at all, so your purge is irrelevant. But damage is damage is damage is damage. Because we gotta work through we have to work through 45 points of damage next turn. We can definitely do that. I think we've proved that we can do that. Alright, your turn now. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. I was thinking it doesn't matter that you're thinking about it. The Trotosi didn't move though. Are you fleeing? Are you running away? Okay, you're grabbing Oni.
Vox communication re-established, but more interference remains. Teleportation is impossible.
Then we must watch and provide what little support we can.
You're currently hobbled, which is sucky. Can you purify?
Our purity is our strength.
You're purified. That hasn't triggered once for you. It's a 50% chance for you to biomancy yourself, and it's not triggered a single once.
Unleash me.
Right, get up there and start hitting this guy again.
Analysis. Ion shielding is formidable. However, its power regulation is inconsistent.
Do we care about the angle it's from?
Some side effect of the bloom's corruption?
Unknown. Commander, your firepower may be sufficient to overwhelm this generator.
More crit vulnerability? You got your action point back, so you got 2 more action points to go.
The Desecrator's power systems are overwhelmed.
This is your chance, brothers. Find some vulnerability and strike.
Oh, okay, sure.
How is this possible?
2 turns. Crit beasts or monsters.
The veil is lifting. It is done.
Operational control
I mean,
restored.
the damage taken was also
This
minimal.
is an impressive victory.
Yes, it is.
The halls of Titan will echo with the deed of those brothers who bested a Chaos Knight single-handed.
Can you be single-handed, there's 4 of you? And you were all relevant? All of you were relevant? Oni there to move everyone to front lines? McSky for the disruption that stopped all the autos from giving me problems? Trotosi for doing so much damage? Beric for the buffs? That was every single hit that Trotosi did was a critical pretty much. Which essentially meant that out of the, what, 7 hits done? That's 2 damage per, that's 4 damage per hit or something stupid like that? We got some seeds out of it, nice. Everyone's max level anyway. But no one got even wounded. You may save your game now if you wish. Okay. I guess we're saving this to 4 Reapers. Down. This is like the would you like to save your game before the end of the and before the end is like, okay, I guess I would. I did, hang on. I did save. There's no resume option there, so I had to hit escape. There's Drago in the garden.
Hear me. Hear me. Grandmaster, hear me.
The Titan sword.
Brother, I hear you.
Supreme Grandmaster, we are near. I sense your spirit within the garden.
The hour must indeed be dark if you have conspired to reach me here.
You should have a beard, Drago.
Give us, my lord, the cost was great. You are walking into a trap. A massive host of Nurgle approaches your position.
This maze confuses my senses. The bloom's power here is overwhelming, yet I cannot afford to withdraw. The stench of these roots are plain. My cursed life is a small price to wager against ending this foul affliction.
Then we will fight for you, Grandmaster.
A great sacrifice must not go unheeded. Very well. I will take 8 volunteers, Hector. 4 shall join me to face the foulness within. 4 will hold this gate against the approaching horde until we can complete the deed.
So few.
Each of my brothers is an army unto himself, a mighty shield
Okay.
against the coming darkness. I cannot deprive the Imperium of its most valuable warriors for the
Yeah,
trials.
the
that
inside
yet
team will be
lay
the team that just went now. The outside team will be Insolent,
Your will be
I think. I'll have to double check.
We
Possibly Insolent.
are the hammer.
Insolent, Shite, and Malachi. We have crit monsters inside and outside. And who would be the last one for the outside? We've done what we thought impossible. We reached the heart of the Garden of Nurgle and located Supreme Grandmaster Calidor Drago before an army of Death Guard has reached him. Our quest here is not over, however. We must still destroy the roots of the bloom before they unleash the Morbus, spreading the broom throughout our galaxy and corrupting all of humanity. Our Lord Drago has commanded you to send 2 separate squads. One will form the vanguard to attack the bloom, the other will form the rear guard to hold off the advancing Death Guard army.
The Knight's Oath shields are affixed. They are ready.
So these are the ones who'll go with, yeah, it's basically this group unchanged. This group unchanged goes in. Go. Next squad.
A massive force of Death Guard approach Lord Drago's position. This squad will hold them off until such time that the bloom roots are cut.
I'm just gonna do a quick check between Insolent and Boskro. Just a quick check. Insolent's running melee stuff and super duper healing as well as extras. Yeah, that's fine. And you're running. Yeah. Sorry, Bosk. Emperor's Judgment just seems less useful. It'll be in Aldar. So we'll put Malachi there. Shite in there. Now who's the last one to come with? The last one to join. An interceptor, maybe? To do jump around shenanigans? Or they're coming towards us. Are we bringing some level of Purgator to attack with us as well? What do you have? What do you have? You crit monster. Yeah, you're a crit monster. And you can crit monster and you can armor pierce crit monster as well. Rapid reload. No grenades for you, and Emperor's Light unfortunately is a waste of points. It just is. Sorry, it just is. Okay. I think this is the team for the outside. Let's look around here. Unfortunately, you don't get the Narthesium. At least you don't get Glavian's all. You might get Life Giver for extra heals. I'm tempted for Agony's End because the armor break, but no. I think we know for a fact that you can go. You have 5 Haler skulls, Medicae skulls to work with, so we know that you can use different weapons. Your passive is ranged crit attacks. Recantor. Just take Recantor, upgrade it with everything. It does 7 damage a hit. You got a 20% crit chance, 50% crit chance on this thing. And if you crit, you do 12 damage. Your Stormbolter can be Deathmaker. You just do damage. You have a 10% crit. Can we add to that in some way? Golden Mandate's range is a bit short, but that would add 25 to your crit, give you some crit damage as well. And you can Cybolt to get a guaranteed crit, pretty much. No, not guaranteed crit, but pretty damn close to guaranteed crit. It'd be 85% guaranteed crit. Haler Skull, I'm going to say no to the Haler Skull. I'm going to give you the Medicae Skull. And you might swap for something else here. Your focus. Are you using a focus for any particular reason? Or do you want to just take the Daemonhunters? Lets you crit a little bit harder. And your second skull, that's going to be the Medicae Skull. You're gonna get one of these, don't you? Yeah, so don't worry about that. You don't bother with that. You take the Haler Skull to get four Haler Skulls. The alternative is you get more willpower, but your willpower is only really going to be used for healing. It's even going to be used for healing. Your willpower is actually irrelevant. Unless you go for Scourging, you have no willpower usage. Unless for 4 strikes and so forth. So I'm okay with not. Yeah, take the Ogorium. 35% crit. There's a chance you get a crit. Your armor is Terminator Plate. You're currently using Refusion Faith. Keeper of the Faith has already been used by Morthen. So if I find a grenade user here, they can pick it up. Do I have a grenade user? External grenade user? It'll be if I give you grenades. And I'm not going to give you grenades. So we don't actually have grenade users for grenades here. So your armor is going to be what? Keeper of the Faith has 4 armor. If nothing else, it's got 4 armor. It's got 4 armor, if nothing else. Mantle of the Elect has been used by Tritosi. Power and Faith has been used by Beric. Scholar's Devotion is being used by Oni. And Venerable is being used by Hell's Method. So Venerable's not being used right now. You can take Venerable. Right, you're done. You got 25 health, you got 50 resistance. You're so close to level 9, but you're not level 9. What would level 9 give you? What would I give you for level 9? Very close, because I think you're pretty much maxed out. I'd give you the warp speed, I'd give you the biomancy stuff. Pretty much, I think that would be. If you hit level 9, I'd give you biomancy. With the additional crit damage. Okay, next. Malachi. I think you're pretty much sorted. You also did the Medicae Serval Skulls, extra willpower for shenanigans outside. Catechism, you're going to keep that anyway. Dire Strike, you're going to keep that anyway. Your armor hasn't changed. Your armor's still running Anvil's Refuge. Why are you running Anvil's Refuge? For the armor and the movement speed. I can take your Keeper of the Faith. You lose the movement speed, sure. But you're gonna gain 6 health. Yeah, do that. Yeah, do that. Take 6 health. 4 armor. So you got you have 6 armor base. Cool. And everything else is good. Shaitan. Your ranged weapon is going to be a Stormbolter is Thorn's Glory. It's irrelevant, you're never going to use it. Your melee weapon is Ogden's Edict, which is the 60% crit chance with a plus 40% crit on the force strike. Your job is to go there and force crit things. You leveled up last time, specifically when I gave you the grenade slot, because I know they had nothing else to give you. Come to think of it, I probably should have taken something like the max health. Oh, you got 27 max. Okay, you're good. You're good. Okay, so fine. Your armor, you're currently using Faith's Shield. It's the movement speed, the focus. Good. There's a grenade slot. You can take some grenades, but it's not much. You get 1 grenade no matter what's happening. So your grenade's going to be take the Brain Mine on the off chance that the stun is relevant. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. Take the Psychotrope Grenade. 1 stun is going to be less relevant. And your armor is Hero's Plate, which is just passive War Gear slot, which is actually relevant for you. It's actually relevant for you because of enhanced auto senses. The alternative to that would be Triumph of Will for additional willpower. It would be additional willpower. You would have you would have 15 willpower, 20% focus, which is relevant for mental focus and rapid reload, and immunity to drained. The cost of that would be the passive equipment slot, would be the 4 crit damage for ranged attacks. But not necessarily, because I don't necessarily need the Silver Strike. You know what? Yeah, take that. Take that, upgrade that. Have a bunch of willpower. Have a bunch of willpower. Your War Gear slot will be auto senses. Your weapon. Rupture has a shorter range. It is the crit beast. It is the crit beast with the 5 crit damage and the super crit chance. As if it does crit, if I do that, that's 6 crit damage. No basic crit chance, but 6 additional crit damage there. With Armor Break 2 at range 13. That would be range 11 for 4 damage rather than 6. But there's a 40% chance of doing 15 damage, and a guaranteed 15 damage on an astral. Yeah, fine. And your armor is already sorted. And this is the rear guard. I guess we'll do this next time, folks. What I assume will be the last week of this. I will see you then. Actually, hang on. I'll get to the start of the mission because I can't save here. I just checked. I can't actually save here. So let's start the mission off. Then I'll save at the first opportunity. We'll carry on next week. These episodes have been long. Like pretty much 3-hour-long episodes this week. I think it's a bit extra right now. I'm hoping that the external ones happen first. Because the other 4 are going to go with Drago to attack the root of the bloom, which I'm assuming is this. Well, there are 5 roots of the bloom, of course there are. 1 for every strain. Actually, Mortarion.
Spider. What flies have you lured onto our web? I serve only to please, Master.
Hello, Mortarion.
You said I could have her. Know your place, worm. You failed to silence her spirit, and so she has served a fleeting morsel. But I am yet far from satisfied.
You should have a beard.
If it isn't the heart carver and his gleaming knights.
Mortarion. I should have guessed you would be at the root of all this.
I mean, yes. It makes only sense.
Who else could nurture such genius?
This is Nurgle.
I carved the raw material for the very first seeds from the corpses of your fallen brethren, hunted and run down like the cowards they are. That Eldari cesspit was a nursery a millennia in the making. These roots I tended from saplings until they could gorge on the billions of souls my reapers have claimed. And now, here at last, Drago, your sacred blood will fertilize the true harvest. The grandfather rejoice! My little garden will finally bear its most luscious fruit. The Morbus is at hand!
Okay, Mortarion it is then. If you actually get to fight with Drago, is Drago going to get stuck fighting Mortarion elsewhere? Like, Drago's going to be fighting Mortarion over there while we deal with other things. Or do we actually get to see what Drago can actually do? Because Drago should basically wipe everything. I mean, Mortarion is probably the only thing that can actually be a challenge to Drago. There is Drago. No, before I even check, I'm not even going to look at this now. Next week, we will look at all the abilities of what Drago can do. Yeah, Drago does have a smiley little beard. And we'll see what Mortarion can do and everything else. I will catch you all next time, folks. See you then. Bye-bye. We're almost at the end.